Hello guys, in today's video, we're gonna check out the best professional cameras in this year. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I've tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability, and many more. To find out more information about these professional cameras, you can check out the description below. If you want to get the best quality professional camera according to your needs, then watch the video till the end and then decide to buy. At the first position of our list, we have Canon EOS R5. The bar was well and truly raised when the Canon EOS R5 was launched, boasting 8K video, a 45MP resolution, up to 20 fps shooting, an EVF with 5.76 million dots, and a 3.2-inch fully articulating touchscreen. The R5 crammed all of this into a body that weighs a mere 650. It all read like an unrealistic wish list. Too good to be true. For the best part, the EOS R5 well and truly delivers. This is Canon's most competent mirrorless camera for photography. The high-resolution sensor is well supported by an incredibly effective autofocus system, while its competitive 12fps continuous shooting is gobbled up by the powerful Digic X processor. Then there is 8K video recording, not found on any other camera at this price point. Video image quality is incredibly sharp, complemented by easily graded color profiles and Canon's first in-body image stabilization (IBIS) system. There is one well-reported caveat: overheating with lengthy cooling down periods. Consequently, 8K video recording time is limited and therefore unusable for heavy-use pros. However, 4K video recording fares better, even if there is still a video recording cap. It's not out-and-out hybrid perfection, but the EOS R5 still takes the crown as the most well-rounded camera for pro photographers. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Sony A7S III. When 4K video recording is your primary concern, then the Sony A7S III is hands down our top hybrid camera. This is a pro's tool, totally reliable and with no real limitations, being the video-centric A7 model. Some hope to be blown away by 6K or 8K video recording, but instead Sony clearly focused on getting 4K video right, with no nasty surprises. What we have is a technically perfect camera. Its lightweight 600-inch body is durable and boasts lovely ergonomics. The articulated screen has full touch control. There's truly effective IBIS, decent battery life, and comprehensive 10-bit 4K video frame rates at up to 120 fps with no record limit and no overheating. Autofocus is an absolute dream, while rolling shutter is very well controlled. Image quality-wise, the dual native ISO 640/ISO 16000 offers unparalleled low-light performance and dynamic range. What's more, the A7S III recently enjoyed a firmware update that introduced the gorgeous S-Cinetone color profile originally found in the Sony FX9 camera. If you don't mind the low 12MP resolution, stills look lovely, too. Really, we could keep banging the drum for the Sony A7S III. It really is that good. The number 3 position is held by Panasonic Lumix S1R. The Panasonic Lumix S1R was part of the company's first foray into the full-frame mirrorless camera market, and it's an exceptionally capable camera. The company has wasted no time in building the system up either, with regular launches of new L-mount lenses that have already covered almost all conventional pro choices, like the 24-70 and 7200 f/2.8s. And what of the S1R itself? Well, it's the high-resolution option with 47MP, ideal for landscape photography especially. It is also a highly capable video performer. We'd expect that from Panasonic. The company is steadily improving the S1R, which has already had 5 firmware updates, recently including 5K/30fps video recording in addition to the already existing 4K/60fps 10-bit video. In the hand, a S1R is bigger and heavier than the competition. There's really no advantage compared to a DSLR. However, the ergonomics are great, the build quality is exceptional, and the 5.76 million dot EVF gives a great viewing experience. The only real downsides are that autofocus is the least effective among high-resolution full-frame options, and we'd also like a better battery life. But like most cameras today, there is the option of USB-C charging on the go. Next at number 4 we have Nikon Z7 II. The Nikon Z7 II is the company's best mirrorless camera today. Being a high-resolution flagship with excellent image quality and dynamic range, it competes against others in this roundup, such as the Sony A7R IV and Panasonic Sonar. For the most part, the Z7 II holds its own, and at a lower price point. Perhaps what's most intriguing about the Nikon Z7 II is the system that it is part of. The Nikon Z lens mount is the most versatile full-frame lens mount available today, boasting the largest diameter and shortest flange distance, and therefore the largest angle of incidence in a full-frame lens mount. If you're scratching your head right now, the larger the angle of incidence, the easier it is to make high-performing lenses. 2 years since the system was launched, we are starting to see some really exciting lenses, while the edge-to-edge quality of standard lenses like the Fujifilm F/1.8Z is excellent. If you're starting from scratch and basing your buying decision on the whole system, the Nikon Z series could be for you, and the Z7 II is the jewel in its crown. The number 5 position is held by Olympus OMD E-Monex. The Olympus OMD E-Monex is a technological tour de force, armed to tackle action photography in particular. For continuous shooting at 20.3 MP, the mechanical and electronic shutters offer up to 18 fps and 6 fps respectively, with no real limit to the sequence length. There's even a Pro Capture mode that acquires 35 shots before you press the shutter, just in case your reflexes aren't quite up to scratch. As with most Olympus OMD cameras, the E-Monex is a joy to use day to day, slotting in the hand perfectly. Solid as a rock, it is the largest and heaviest micro Four Thirds camera available. It's admittedly hampered by low light image quality when compared to large format rivals, but there's plenty of reason to pick up the E-Monex instead, especially for action photography. Its like-for-like lenses are significantly smaller and lighter than its rivals. Take the new 150-400 f/4.5 TC1.25x lens that is a maximum equivalent reach of 1200. It's an incredible bit of kit, supported by arguably the most effective camera image stabilization available today, plus a new bird autofocus mode. The smaller sensor format also gives you greater depth of field at like-for-like apertures, ideal at those long focal lengths. Really, it's a win-win for action photography, even if Olympus itself is in a moment of flux. The number 6 position is dominated by Nikon D850. If you're a DSLR fan who can't quite bring yourself to buy a mirrorless camera just yet, then the Nikon D850 would be our pick. Armed with a 45.4 MP sensor and class-leading image quality at its base ISO 64, the D850 is particularly suitable for landscape photography. You'll also enjoy the proven autofocus system borrowed from the action-focused Nikon D5, which will happily handle more demanding scenarios such as weddings and even action photography. 2. Build-wise, the camera is practically bomb-proof and enjoys comprehensive weather sealing, a significant battery life, and a wonderfully large and bright optical viewfinder. This is a camera that you can simply rely on when you consider the system as a whole. DSLR tech is a lot cheaper than mirrorless rivals too, with like-for-like lenses typically 2/3 of the price. The clear drawback to a Nikon DSLR compared to mirrorless rivals is video performance. While you can still shoot lovely-looking 4K videos, live view autofocus is sluggish at best, and there is no in-body stabilization. Also, this isn't a true action camera, with a 7th continuous shooting limited to sequences around 50 shots. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Leica M10-R, offering a wholly different experience to most of the other cameras in this roundup. The Leica M10-R is a prestige, rangefinder-style mirrorless camera that's widely adored by reportage and street photographers. Compared to its predecessor, the M10-R enjoyed a significant bump in resolution, now at a competitive 40 MP. That divine Leica M lens quality can now be enjoyed on a larger scale. The M10-R is also the most expensive camera here, though it will likely retain its value. It offers double-image rangefinder manual focusing that gives all of the feels to photographers familiar with this method, in a way that no autofocus system can match. It may sound corny, but the experience is wonderful. This is also a stylish yet discreet camera, with a virtually silent shutter that's well suited to street scenes. This is a stripped-back experience, too. There's no video recording, no autofocus, and a simple control layout. There are digital touches, with a fixed touchscreen offering live view operation and image playback. But really, the M10-R is the most niche camera in this roundup, and you'll probably already know if it is the one for you. The Fujifilm X Pro 3 is a decent alternative at about a quarter of the price. The number 8 position is held by Sony A7R IV. Our camera of the year in 2019, the Sony A7R IV is still a formidable camera 2 years later. The headline grabber was its class-leading 61MP resolution, which is still unmatched today in full frame and holds its own against the digital medium format. Those extra pixels support large printing and unparalleled flexibility for cropping, with the APS-C crop mode boasting a decent 26.2MP resolution. Even at such a high resolution, the A7R IV has excellent dynamic range and can record 10th sequences with continuous autofocus thanks to the Beyonce X processor. Though there's a limit to the length of sequences, you've also got Sony's proven autofocus system and a decent in-body image stabilization. At the lovely 5.76 million EVF with 120 refresh rate, and the A7R IV was what raising the bar looked like in 2019. Video performance is good but outsmarted by rivals today. Downsampled from 6K, the 4K videos up to 30 enjoy a number of Sony's color profiles. Lens choice is wide, with the recently launched Sony A7S f/1.2G lens becoming the 60th native lens in the system, and soon followed by 3 more primes. For years now, Sony has been an innovator in camera tech, and the real-world performance largely backs up the numbers. Next at number 9, we have Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro is just about the most affordable way to shoot delicious 6K videos. By focusing on video, there's no real photo capability with this camera. The 6K Pro offers video smarts not available with any other camera here, such as built-in ND filters. Users can enjoy the Blackmagic RAW and ProRes codecs, stunning preset LUT, all edited in Blackmagic's own DaVinci Resolve Studio software included with the camera. The Super 35 sensor is a little smaller than full frame, but the 6K Pro is still a capable low-light shooter, too. With dual native ISO 400/3200, there's the Canon EF lens mount, meaning a great choice of lenses. If you are moving from photography to video, there will be some acclimatization with a number of handling quirks in the 6K Pro, while its EVF is an expensive optional extra. Build quality is passable. We're looking at a plastic build rather than metal. Plus, there's no image stabilization. While we're on build, this is actually quite a chunky camera. But if 6K video image quality is your prime concern, there's no better bang for your buck. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Fujifilm X-T4. Do pros really need full frame or medium format? We don't think so, and the stylish Fujifilm X-T4 is the best APS-C format mirrorless camera available today. On the outside, it's all retro dials and analog chic, but inside is Fujifilm's best tech, a true photo-video hybrid. At the flick of a switch, the control layout, operation, and menus of the X-T4 can move between dedicated setups for 26.1MP stills and 4K videos, 10-bit up to 6 with F-Log profile. For ultimate handling, we'd like a bigger hand grip, and the omission of a headphone jack seems strange considering that the X-T4 is a hybrid camera, even if you can add one via an adapter. Stabilization and autofocus performance is impacted by the lens attached to the camera, with some older lenses not quite as effective as others. But otherwise, there's very little to pick apart. We test cameras from all brands, and the X-T4 is up there as the most immediately enjoyable camera to use. It will also stand the test of time with its solid and attractive build, competitive battery life, new in-body stabilization, and a flip-out screen with full touch operation. Being part of the X series, there are some delicious lenses to choose from, too. That's all for today. We upload camera and camera accessories review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.